Roughly, yeah.
Wait.
Artie just shut up, but go ahead. Yeah.
I got to tell you something.
Let me see your eye.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Was that bad, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's major.
It's right near your eye.
I know. I got lucky.
What the hell did you do?
I got lucky. First of all, you know the video of Jeff the drunk, his momentum taking him by the elevator. I'm so heavy now that I get up at 5 a.m. every day, right? So the alarm goes off, and sometimes I'm so deathly afraid of oversleeping, you know?
Right, you pop up.
I looked up, and I thought it said 6 a.m. for some reason. So now I'm like in a panic, and I'm in this other dimension that you go into a little bit, and I get up, and I'm like rushing around, and I hit my shin on the fucking bed, which I do every day.
Right.
And I react to that, and then after I react to that, I just start moving forward, and I have, like, just shit upon shit of clothes, and... Like, I'm writing this book now. There's papers all over the place. It looks like a mental patient's, but like Jack Klugman's bedroom in Odd Couple. And I stripped over some clothes, and my momentum, all 300 pounds of me, I couldn't stop. I kept going forward, and I fucking...
You fell?
I fell, and I went directly into the corner of
the night table,
the dresser, which has a real sharp edge.
Yeah, look at that! It just missed taking your eye out.
The guy said, "You're so lucky. It could have went directly in your eye."
Yeah, because it just missed the eye, so your eye is not affected.
So look at the big scratch on your face, and then the blood and the stitches.
It looks horrible.
So now the blood is just gushing. It was like a geyser of fucking blood, and
you're still going to be good looking, I hope.
Oh well, listen. They said
a scar sometimes makes a man more appealing.
They made me not this man. I could join Hottest Guy Wears Scar if we ever have it. And
wow.
Look, I went over.
Almost took out your eye.
I went over to the mirror, and it was just gushing blood. Like blood was all over my face. I looked like Rocky at the end of Rocky.
Did it hurt real bad?
Yeah, it was like, it was really, it hurt bad. Absolutely.
So what they give you when they stitched you? They give you Vicodin?
Well, here's the thing. I said to the guy, well, the emergency room, first of all, you are so right about the hospital. We're talking right across the Hudson fucking River. Years ago, I had to get a tetanus shot because I hadn't had one in 5 years. And when I first started doing stand-up, there was a shitty club on the corner of 2nd Ave and 49th Street that gave me my start. And I'm waiting to go on stage one night to do like a 20-minute set. And this is my buddy Jimmy Palumbo was standing right next to me when this happened. I'm about to go on, and it's the first club I'm like a regular at. I'm nervous. There was construction going on, and I step on a nail that was coming out of a 2x4, and it goes into my foot. And I pulled it out, and my friend saw me pull it out, and it was in my foot, and there's blood on it, like a fucking rusty nail. I did the set of stand-up.
And then you went to the
I
hospital.
went right down to St. Vincent's.
Right.
And look, St. Vincent's, it was crazy crowded, but it's a Manhattan. Like, you eventually got to see a doctor that was competent. Apparently, that's not the case at this place. It was so... First of all, I walk in gushing blood. They were so lethargic. They were just like... Yeah. I went down and I got a cab.
They've seen it all.
I guess,
they see gushing blood like that all the time. They don't get excited.
They're probably like, he's nothing.
I was the only guy in the place.
Really?
And it's all, foreign people, but people who can't speak really good English.
Are taking care of you?
Yeah. Wow. And my new doorman now, I used to have personable doormans, but even my doorman, he saw me, he's new, and he saw me, there's no compassion. He's like, what do you want, a cab or something? And I go,
hey, asshole, you want a cab?
I go, yeah. He goes, you want an ambulance? I'm no, just get me a cab. And of course I get to the hospital. I have no cash. I had to go to an ATM.
And did you realize today was the day that Antonio Pierce was interning for us? He's been interning all morning. He's been directing the show.
The Giant?
The Giant, yeah.
What? Does he have his ring yet?
Not yet.
Next week he gets
May something, he says he gets his ring.
He's intern?
He's our intern. And we've been having a great time. A real manly show.
I got the ball, man. I'm throwing the ball around.
Yeah.
So then I go to fill out the forms, Yeah. And, of course, I forgot my insurance card, but they didn't recognize this, like, about 60-year-old. I heard you guys talking. No one one doctor did, but he wasn't, like, attending to me. This, like, 60-year-old Puerto Rican woman is admitting me.
Right.
And it sounds so weird to say what I do for a living out loud. Like she says, what do you do? And technically I'm self-employed, so I just say self-employed. And then she goes, well, what do you do? And And I mean, I have to. I'm a comedian. I say I'm a comedian.
I'm an entertainer.
Right? Is that what you would say?
Yeah, entertainer.
But I said comedian. I mean, technically that's what I
say.
do.
I'm a broadcaster.
Right.
But you do a little more. You do the stand-up. So
I don't think I could.
You could be entertainer. I'm a broadcaster.
It's an insult.
I always write broadcasting.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an insult to broadcasters for me. Bob Costas will be up in arms. So, and then after I say that, I'm gushing blood, and she goes, "Really? That's weird." And I'm like, "Well, I'd love to talk to you more about it, but
I'm gushing blood."
So, is that a job-related injury?
Then they take me into the back, and they give me a tetanus shot. So now the doctor comes in, this Indian guy, gay Indian guy.
How do you know he's gay?
You don't know that.
All right, I don't know.
All right.
Whatever.
No, all right. You might have thought that, but you don't know that.
And
have you eaten it all? Or
that's why you came in.
I have an
excuse. You look thinner? I swear to God.
I probably do. No, I guarantee I fluctuate. If I don't eat for a little while,
I swear to God, you didn't eat all morning, and you look thinner.
I fluctuate probably a good 10, 12 pounds. By the way,
you want to meet Antonio?
My blood pressure is completely normal, too. This woman was fascinated by that. But so now this obese woman comes over, right?
Right.
So the effeminate Indian guy. He says, he goes, he goes, I don't know, I think you just need some, just like a butterfly stitch will be fine. And blood is gushing. I'm like, you sure?
He's probably right, but you know what? You need a plastic surgeon to do that.
Yeah, it's your face.
Then this obese Hispanic woman, she can't walk properly. She's so fat, all right? The doctor fucking leaves. There's nobody else in the emergency room. I'm like, where are you going? He goes, well, Agnes or whatever the fuck her name was, she'll put the butterfly stitches on.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I don't know about that. So she's so heavy that I had to hand her shit.
Oh, my God.
Like you were taking care of yourself, essentially.
First of all, she had no gloves on. Oh. All right? And I said, you want to put gloves on? She goes, if you really want me to. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Where were you?
And then she gets all mad at me and goes, I should be more worried about that than you with your blood.
She probably knew your hookers and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I said, listen,
you look like a guy who's doing some hookers.
Why don't we make both of us happy, Agnes, and put some gloves on? She goes, all right.
Right, let's not argue about it.
I had to hand her the gloves because it would have taken her an hour to wiggle around me. And I'm fat, she's fat. We're in the back of the little curtain thing, and we couldn't move around like two beached fucking whales. And she pulls up aside.
You hand her the gloves.
Yeah, and she pulls up beside me like she's pulling up to a fucking bar with a bar stool, and she starts putting peroxide on me and this stingy shit. And she goes, does that hurt? I go, it's excruciating.
Were these sterile gloves? Or were they in the big box?
Sterile gloves.
Right.
They were in the box. Big box.
Right, big box of gloves.
Like the fucking things you put on your hand.
Yeah.
And I said to her, what's your name? And she goes, why?
Yeah, don't give her name.
And I won't. Yeah. I never got her name. I go, what's your name? She goes, why? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just making conversation. And I think maybe she got
to pick you up.
Well, I think maybe she got reported before. You know what I mean? Because she's
a little leery.
She was very defensive. And I said, all right, you don't have to tell me your name, whatever. And then there's like a tension between us. So now she puts the fucking the butterfly stitches on, and blood is still gushing out of my face. And she goes, you know what? I better let the doctor do this. And I go, you're not a doctor?
Oh, no.
She goes, no, I'm not a doctor. She's just like a woman who lives across the street who I think works there. And
they don't have a doctor giving you butterflies?
She had rolls of fat. Like, she was wearing one of those, like, polyester pantsuits, and you could see, like, she had 4 spare tires. And
she couldn't get the stitch right, so they had to come back in and re-stitch you?
She couldn't get the stitch right. So she goes, go over to the doctor. I'm like, where's he? Yeah. She goes, go walk that way and ask for a doctor. So now I'm wandering around the fucking emergency room with bare feet because I didn't have time to throw socks on. And I go, blood all over my shirt. And
you hate bare feet.
I do it. I skeeve it.
Especially in a hospital.
I was walking around all skeeved out.